and welcome to Ecolab's program on bulk receiving safety. Many products used in food plant sanitation programs are inherently hazardous, and these hazards can be compounded when handling these products in bulk. The purpose of this tape is to eliminate as many of these hazards as possible by clearly outlining certain procedures and responsibilities that must be followed by the Ecolab sales representative, the customer, the plant or terminal, and the bulk product carrier. The goal is to help minimize the problems associated with handling bulk chemical products and reduce the potential hazards, from the time the order is first placed to the time that the last gallon is safely pumped into the customer's bulk storage tank. After the truck is weighed in at the plant and the materials receiver has checked the bill of lading to make sure that both the load and the destination are correct, the first important safety check is to visually inspect the tank truck for any leaks. This is just one of the reasons that whenever possible, all bulk unloading should take place during daylight hours. The next step in the process is to make sure the information contained on the truck's tagged compartments is the same as listed on the bill of lading. When both acid and alkaline products are loaded in different compartments on the same truck, use litmus paper to determine which is which. A point to remember about alkaline products is that they will react with sugars in food products to form hazardous carbon monoxide vapors. So it's important to take proper precautions, especially when using alkaline products in an enclosed or semi-enclosed area. In this case, follow all the proper tank entry procedures that you will see described on this tape, and be sure to monitor for carbon monoxide. To protect personnel and equipment from any fume exposure, tanks stored indoors must be vented to the outside. The next safety check for the receiver in the unloading process is to visually verify that the storage tanks in the plant have enough capacity to hold as much detergent as listed on the bill of lading. The tanks in the plant should be able to hold at least 100 gallons more product than what is listed. This is simply a safety precaution to prevent any overflows in the storage tank area. After the receiver has verified that there is adequate space available in the plant storage tanks, they tell the truck driver which hookup lines are correct to begin the unloading process. It is extremely important here to make sure that all receiving lines are clearly labeled. When you are sure that the lines are properly connected, check to see that the safety shower and cold water hose are available and in good working order for the driver. This safety step is critical in case of product leak or spill. This water supply would be the first line of defense against serious injury. It is also absolutely essential that everyone involved in the unloading operation be required to wear safety clothing and eye protection. Again, the reasoning here is obvious. The aim is to prevent an injury or serious damage before an accident happens. The next safety check in the unloading process is to place a warning sign that says, "Danger, unloading hazardous product," near the tank truck. This should keep unnecessary personnel out of the immediate vicinity where they can be injured in case of a leak or spill. It should also ensure that potentially dangerous behavior like smoking not be done in this area. After the sign is in place, the driver should make sure that the truck's parking brake has been set and that the wheels have been blocked to prevent any movement of the truck during the unloading process. The last safety check procedure before the actual unloading begins is the signing of the delivery release form. This confirms that the plant receiver has physically checked all hose connections, valve positions, and the amount of space in the storage tank, and that the product will be pumped into the correct tank when the offloading procedure begins. After the unloading has begun, the driver must remain with the vehicle during the entire procedure. The plant's receiving supervisor, or Ecolab's customer, is responsible for monitoring the storage tank and the unloading lines and telling the driver to stop unloading in the event there is any problem. The final safety check in the unloading process actually happens when the unloading procedure is complete. If possible, all unloading lines should be air-blown at the completion of the process. This will clear the lines of most of the detergent, again preventing injuries before they can happen by preventing anyone from coming into contact with any remaining hazardous materials. Finally, Before disconnecting the tanker hoses, all shutoff valves in the system should be closed. When the unloading is complete and the truck is weighed out, the supervisor will convert the weight of the detergent received from pounds to gallons and make a note on the bill of lading confirming the amount received to avoid billing problems later. You will also make note of any unusual circumstances associated with the delivery, such as a spill or an incorrect amount of product delivered. Any product spilled during the offloading must be noted on the bill of lading and signed by both the truck driver and the receiving supervisor. There is no procedure that can completely eliminate danger to personnel or equipment when hazardous materials are being handled, but the risks can be greatly reduced. By following the safety checks and proper procedures outlined in this tape, you can make the transfer of Ecolabs and other hazardous materials a safer process in your facility. And that's a win-win situation for everyone.